Welcome to Hydroneer. This is going to be episode 4. We're going to be talking about how to drive the truck. So I'll tell you which keys you need to press to go left, right, forward, and backwards. If you are stuck, how to get unstuck. If you can't move, how to move again. Some of the glitches. We'll show you how to drive the trucks, how to teleport the truck around everywhere, and go over some of the glitches. We'll also look at a fueling station and the digging truck that has the big wheel that can dig out dirt, but I won't be going extensively into that truck because it's more complicated. All right, so let's look on the map and then take a look at what you need to know. All right, so obviously this is the truck we're talking about. Now to get in it, press the key Q. Q to get in, Q to get out. And we'll hop back in. W brings you forward. S brings you backwards. And then from a side angle, if you notice the front tires, A turns your tires left, D turns your tires right. So a combination of A and W, D and W, for the forward positions. So, okay, so that explains that. Let me hop out with a Q, roll around to the back of the truck. Let's hop in, hop one more time, hop again. Okay, so there's your water tank. That little guy right there holds 2 buckets of water. Very minor amount. The bucket we're talking about is in the back. Look, guys, buy a separate bucket. Always keep that bucket in your truck. That way, if you run out of water to fuel your truck, you have that little bucket. You can run to the nearest stream. You can run to the nearest pond. Unfortunately, the ocean that surrounds this sandbox game is inaccessible, so usually you cannot drop the bucket in the ocean. Okay, so I'm gonna hop down. So you can jump through the back of your truck, or you can hop up on the hood or off the tires and get up here. One thing that I want to show you, and I'm gonna grab the bucket real quick. You need to know how to aim, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna waste your time. Look, there are 2 dots on the screen. One is blue and one is green. It's a green circle. That green circle is what you want to point in the water, not the blue one. So the green one, center it up, and then give it a left click on your mouse, and that will drop your water. If you're going to point that blue one in there, you're just going to pour your water on the hood, okay? So that's how you deal with that. All right, so let's drop the bucket and then show you something that's kind of interesting that you might find interesting. But before I do that, let's just take a look at this truck in case you guys are just wondering about it. This big guy right here, it digs a lot of dirt. It's very difficult to drive. At least you need to learn how to drive it, okay? And it's kind of glitchy, so I won't be going deep into this, but the 2 things you're going to want to know about, it has a fuel gauge. This sucker will burn through a tank of gas in about 2 minutes flat. It holds a bunch of dirt, which you have to expel out the side of it, so that also really keeps your use of this truck down to a minute or 2. It's painfully slow to use this thing. In fact, a lot of people just use a pickaxe because this thing, I think that maybe Max may consider in the future making this an easier truck to use. But for now, even with 100 hours in this game, I still have trouble with it. Okay, with that being said, now let's take a look here. Up here, let's see if I can find it. Okay, where did I put it? You see that floating box? That is the end of the property line. That is as far out as I can, the game will allow me to place objects, which means boxes or whatever I want, okay? So you can't just place object anywhere in this particular game. It has to be near wherever the properties are. Because if they allowed you to put stuff anywhere, I would have built a conveyor belt all the way in. I would have built this sucker 1,000 conveyors all the way to where you cash in your goal, and would have just put an auto clicker on it and then been a billionaire within a couple of weeks. But they don't allow you, they don't allow you to do that, and so that kind of sucks. But so the reason I put that there, it indicates this. Here is that refueling station I built, and it's long, very long. We're talking about 200 pipes from the ocean all the way in the background out to here. You'll see why I built it specifically here, and it isn't because it's convenient on my driveway. Let me show you a little trick. And this goes into the getting unstuck part and teleportation. Q to get in. Now, one of the game mechanics that's interesting about the game is it allows you, sorry, I have a hard time talking and driving. If you look down there, you'll notice, I'm going to Q to get out real quick, and of course it's going to turn dark while I'm making the video. That is the main store, okay? So, first thing that I've been telling you in the first 3 episodes is get off the small piece of land. Do absolutely the bare minimum you need to do to get over here. The driveways, the roads are twice as big. There's literally only one rock formation to give you trouble when you're driving, and it's just a straight shot both ways. You see that? Now, if you want to spend all your time and all your energy building a bunch of garbage on the small lot, go for it, and then you'll struggle with trying to drive the truck until you have a lot of hours. I would recommend getting the 6,600 gold coins so you can come over here, buy that piece of land, and look, the big store has all your drills. There are no drills in that small shop. Everything that you're really going to need in this game is here at that big shop. Do you really want to spend every day driving back and forth? Okay, so let me get off of that. Look, the game mechanics are set up this way. When you get stuck anywhere on a map, it's going to teleport you to either A, the nearest store, or B, the nearest piece of property. Whether you own it or not, it's going to set you right in front of a piece of property. The neat thing about this is Max, the developer, makes sure that you land in the same spot every time, and you can take advantage of that. So let's get in the truck. There's my property way back there. So go up here, Q, hit Q, sorry, try that again, Q. Okay, so to escape a problem where you can't move or you've been somewhere, you've been flipped over, press your escape button, and your fourth button down, press unstuck, and magically you appear directly in front of your lot. Now, if you take a look at that picture, you can see how I've taken advantage of that. Because I know that I land in that spot every single time, there are 2 things that I can do. One, I know exactly where to build my pipe. And let me tell you why that's important. That big digging truck, say you're down here in this big hole. You're drilling away, you're running the gas. Well, it's simple. Use that unstuck button as a teleport, and you can guess where it's going to teleport you, directly under where you can fuel up. Why? Because you built it that way. The other scenario, you're down here, you walked about halfway from that store. Why drive the rest of the way? Just unstuck yourself and teleport. That stack of rocks down here we were discussing, we'll just run down it real quick and I'll show you again. That stack of rocks is the halfway mark. So once you get just past it, so I'm gonna go up here. I just want you guys to be clear about what's happening. That's the store. You're driving. You stop driving right here. Escape button. Unstuck. Wow. Here you are. Okay, so you teleported yourself directly back to your lot. So, yeah, if you want to sit on a small lot and just spend all your time wasting time to do it, go get the big piece of land, and then also using your teleport and unstuck button. You know, this is a lot easier scenario than what a lot of you guys are doing. You're trying to drive everywhere. Well, use the unstuck as, like I said, a teleport device. Okay, moving on. So you can see with what little bit of light we have left here that I've set up all the pipes. Look, these pipes deliver water. It's as simple as that. You don't need filters on that, okay? You do not need pressure pumps on that at all, okay? It just needs a straight pipe out there that drips water, and that will fuel your truck. That's all there simply is to that, okay? Now, this truck here, we'll be going over pretty soon. It is a highly sensitive. The minute you get in a deep hole, first of all, it's not really designed to dig deep holes. What it's designed to do is skim the dirt. So when you're out in your open field, it's designed to skim. When it skims that dirt, it might find an artifact if you know where they are. And also it can dig up, a bag of seeds, which is a plant you can plant on your property. But like I said earlier, we'll have to get really deep into that, how to drive that. And even with 80 hours, you're going to probably struggle with this thing. There's a lot of people that show videos of, they're just doing great, trying to cut big holes. That's not reality. They're struggling, trust me. Okay, I want to thank you all for joining me for this. Hopefully you found some of the tips useful. Like I said, teleportation is the same thing as being unstuck. The driving, look, if you're not great at it, man, save your money. Come on over to the big side. That way you're near the big store. You can manually put your water in with a bucket, or you can build out a station. That's a little bit of work and money to do that. And that's all there is to it. All right, thank you for joining me. Bye.